Hey guys, and welcome back to the Indie Spotlight here on the Fronsman Productions YouTube channel. If you're new to this series, this is where I take a look at indie films to help shine a spotlight on some amazing talent making indie movies. Today we're going to talk about the short supernatural drama, Sleep. Sleep was written and directed by Nathaniel Schmidt and stars Brandon Rice and Madison Priestep. This emotional journey follows Peter's journal entries as he mourns over the loss of the love of his life, Diana, who recently lost her battle with cancer. As we see Peter dive deeper into his depression, we get glimpses of Diana's ghost, who looms hauntingly over him, always watching. Will Peter eventually succumb to this grief, or will he be able to find peace and move on? Well, that's all I can really say about the plot without giving away any major spoilers. Instead, I want to talk about some of the formal filmmaking elements within Sleep. One thing to keep into perspective is that Sleep is Nathaniel Schmidt's first short film ever, and he did things a lot really right. For one, he really kept the premise simple by having just two characters in one location. And also, he was the only person on crew to shoot the movie, so he really was able to tell a very emotional story while keeping everything bare bones. Another thing that's worth noting is the minimal use of gear here within Sleep. The entire short film was shot using just a cell phone, a tripod, and one lav mic, which was used to capture the dialogue that was all voiceover. Nathaniel really took the old saying of go out and shoot a movie using whatever you have at your disposal, whatever you might have available. He took it literally, and it really pays off. What makes Sleep so strong is, especially for being a first short film, is how good the writing is, especially when dealing with such difficult topics and subject matter like love, grief, loss, depression, and the feelings that somebody goes through after losing a loved one. The usage of the ghost within Sleep really also points to the notion of that old saying of your loved ones watching over you after they pass. I also think that the creative decision to use the stereotypical white sheet Halloween costume look for the ghost adds and cements further to the surrealism that Nathaniel was really pushing for within the visuals of this film. I really do find that Sleep serves as what I like to consider within film visual poetry. Speaking of the visuals, I also want to talk about the cinematography. I like to watch movies and kind of, critique the usage of shots and how they help convey and further add to the narrative. And I think there's a really simple shot that's used a couple times throughout Sleep that is kind of an underrated shot, maybe some may say, but I really want to spread some highlight on it. And that is the high angle wide on Peter. So this communicates a couple of things. So the usage of the high angle really helps to demonstrate Peter's vulnerability within the situation. And by framing him within a wide, where the rest of the room kind of basically encircles Peter, it makes him seem a lot smaller to this world that he inhabits throughout the film. Another visual motif that's used throughout Sleep is the usage of the mirror shot. Although this can be seen as cliche within some films, I find that in Sleep it really does serve an intrinsic narrative function of demonstrating Peter's constant self-reflection following Diana's death. Later in the movie, we actually return right back to the mirror shot, further cementing that Peter is continuing to self-reflect on his own life and struggle with that grief after losing Diana. Then there's the really cool shot that has Peter walking out of the bathroom, and as he's swinging that door open, we see Diana's ghost remaining in the bathroom, still watching him from afar. And what this symbolizes to me is that she's really watching him from the doorway of one life to another. Also, a quick little side note, I didn't talk much about the editing or visual effects here, so if you're wondering why, you probably can see whenever you watch the movie that I'm the one who did the editing and VFX, so I really don't want to spend too much time discussing what I did on the film. Instead, I really wanted to take the time to really highlight some of the work that Nathaniel put into Sleep, especially for his first short film, and how powerful it is as an emotional visual poem. Overall, I really do recommend Sleep to any aspiring filmmakers, especially as a short film that shows that you don't need fancy equipment, you don't need large set pieces. All you really need to make a great short film when you're starting out is drive, passion, and a story that comes deep from the heart. And you can tell a very powerful yet simple emotional short film. In the words of Quentin Tarantino,
you don't have to know how to make a movie. If you truly love cinema with all your heart and with enough passion, you can't help but make a good movie.
So you can watch Sleep right now on YouTube, and as always in the Indie Spotlights, I'm gonna go ahead and link down to the short film in the description below for you guys to check out. But anyway guys, that's all that I have for you here today. Remember, if you like this content and you wanna see even more videos on indie filmmaking, go ahead and subscribe, drop a like, and smash that bell for notifications so you don't miss any videos on the Frons Productions YouTube channel. And if you yourself are an independent filmmaker and you would like for me to talk about your movie on the Indie Spotlight, let me know in the comments. All I need to know is the name of your film and where I can watch it, and I'll add that to my watch list to talk about in a future episode. But anyway guys, until next time, that's a wrap.